Chef Ryan Nelson is here from Late Harvest Kitchen.
Yes.
I've already revealed that my wife had this duck dish. On the menu in the restaurant, the word ham is in there somewhere.
We have smoked these duck breasts, so they do take on sort of a hammy flavor to them. And I think that people really appreciate that. So we're just kind of warming them up, crisping it in the pan, a little bit of oil. You see that we browned it. We're going to start our sauce in that. I'm going to toss this in the oven real quick.
And folks, I don't want to minimize what a fantastic experience we had at Late Harvest Kitchen. I mean, really, and I'm not being paid to say this, one of the finest dining experiences of my entire life.
That's really sweet of you.
We just had a great Valentine's night there, and I told the story earlier about my wife jumping out of her chair to hug you when you came out to say hi, because she loved this dish in particular so much.
That doesn't happen as often as it should.
I would say, as a chef, that feels pretty good.
Oh, it does. It does. I also feel a little embarrassed, too, because I always smell like food, and I'm usually kind of hot and sweaty in the kitchen. But she was very sweet, and I appreciate it.
All right, so what is this that you've got going on in the sauce here?
I have replicated a bourbon old-fashioned in a sauce form. So I've got shallots, garlic, Luxardo cherries, a little bit of Angostura bitters, some demi-glace, a little bit of veal stock, some orange slices. So you pick up the orange, pick up the cherry, and then you've got the bitters and the cherry, all components of that dish, except for the whiskey, which we're going to add right now.
And I'm always curious about the creative process in coming up with a recipe like this. Is there some trial and error, or do you just go in with unbridled confidence, knowing that this is going to work together?
I would like to say that I always hit a home run, but there's usually some trial and error. Yeah, I've got a good batting average, but it is not 100%. So we try things, we play, we have fun, we do our best, and usually it works out. So a little bit of whiskey, some rye whiskey, a little bit of butter, and then I don't want to alarm you guys, but I'm going to
I knew this was coming.
I like when stuff gets lit on fire.
Everything is better on fire.
Yeah. So I've got some barley over here, some locally cultivated maitake mushrooms, some baby carrots, and we just warm that up with some stock and some butter. Butter once again.
Now, all the ingredients are locally sourced, like within 500 miles of the restaurant, correct?
They are. It's a little more difficult, say February, say March, but, we do our best. So we've got that plated there. I'm going to grab our duck breast out of the oven. And magic of TV, voila, it's done.
Look at that crust.
Got a little crispy action there. We're going to slice this up.
And the locally sourced part of the equation, that is who you are.
Well, this duck is from Indiana. This is Maple Leaf Farms duck. So we start with the protein, and as often as we can, we try and highlight that. So thinly sliced, spread out on our plate there. Nice crispy skin. Our sauce is coming together. We're almost there. Now we've got all those goodies in there. We're going to try and sort of strain those out of there. Yeah, why not? So we got a nice, thick, sauce-like consistency there.
Man.
And then we'll just kind of spoon that over the top. But you can really smell the whiskey and the orange and all the components of that old-fashioned, which I have to say is really probably the most popular cocktail out there right now. We sell an alarming amount of old-fashions at the restaurant. But yeah, nice crispy skin, barley, smoked duck.
Beautiful, beautiful, chef.
Thank you. Here you go, George.
We're going to get a little meat.
There we go.
Pick the winner.
Now, a lot of people don't know how to properly cook duck. So can you give us like a couple quick tips on duck breast and how it's supposed to be cooked?
Well, the thing with duck breast is that it has a thick layer of fat on the top of it, so you kind of want to render that fat. And when we sear it, we actually use a fork, the tines of a fork, and we prick that fat. So while it's cooking, the fat kind of bastes the breast itself. It kind of falls out of that breast.
Right.
And then it renders. We render that fat. So you get some crispy, you get some flavor, but It all works out.
It's dissolving in my mouth.
It's so good.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, that's really good.
So good. And then the weather is getting ready to be a lot better, even though it was nice yesterday and they have a beautiful patio. So
It is patio season in March. It's kind of amazing. But
yeah,
it was
you're
like
pretty
70
known for
degrees
your
yesterday.
patio, so I'm ready to get out there and
absolutely.
enjoy some duck breast, right?
It's one of the prettiest patios in town for sure.
It's a little chilly on Valentine's night, but I'm going back.
There you go. There you go.
Randy?
Hey, you know, I love eating duck. You know what I eat duck with? Quackers.
He's here all week, folks.
They're actually laughing over there. Yeah.